You're going to the coffee roastery to look for the right type of coffee. Coffee I have in my mind is a full-bodied, roasty flavors, but also quite some sweet body, you can say. You're going to do a tasting there and really find the right kind of coffee bean which really fits to this type of beer we are going to brew. I'm Ronald, I'm a NoMad brewer. I'm born in Holland, living in Finland, but brewing the beers in Belgium. We are going to make a cappuccino porter. We need a really good coffee for that.
And so today we'll go through these 5 coffees. This first one is the Indonesian natural that I told you about. Totally new coffee for us. We've had Indonesian before, but never a natural. And then the 2 Colombian friends, Jaime and Mateo from El Idan and El Molino. Then we'll do this Bishoki, which is from Rwanda. And then Tapagio is from our friend Pedro, Fazenda Pinhal in Brazil. Essentially how it extracts is like this. The first thing that comes out is acid. So when you pour hot water on it. So if you under extract the coffee, if you don't extract it enough, it'll be sour and salty. Sour and salty first, then there's sweet in the middle, and then the last thing you extract is the bitter compounds. The darker the roast, the more bitter compounds you're gonna have. The lighter the roast, the more acidic compound you're gonna have. The cold extraction works kind of like, it extracts it really slowly. So you don't get a lot of these like really acidic, like sharp acidity.
We add a little bit of lactose, you know, for a bit that gets thicker, rounder.
Yep.
Our stouts are not like that. They are more in the bitter direction.
Yep.
But the porter will be a bit more in the sweeter direction.
Could definitely work really well. We need to break the crust, take the top off, because it's basically just ground coffee at the top.
How do you taste coffee?
We're using the spoon, and it's big, and we want to slurp it in and get a lot of air. So of course the air aroma is what makes you taste kind of what you taste. We just slurp them like...
Okay, full power.
So I usually kind of take like a few sips. So the first one is kind of for general acidity, then it's kind of like what's the flavor, how sweet is it, and then the third one would basically be for like to let it sit in your mouth a while and then think about the aftertaste. So I do it like that in kind of 3 stages. What makes a good coffee great is basically the balance that it has with all the different parts.
At this moment, I think those 2 are my favorites.
Yeah, the first 2, yeah.
I really like the body it gives. Spiciness, fruitiness is very interesting from the Indonesian one. Compare basically 2 coffee beans which we selected in the pre-tasting. What we see now is how they react in a cold brew, and that is in a way what we do with brewing the porter. We use them in the cold extraction in the maturation tank, and with this test I can feel and see what kind of flavor that will give to the beer. You can see 2 coffees, one from Colombia and one from Indonesia. They were really different. The Colombian coffee gives a light body and very fruity notes, and the Indonesian coffee gives a big, heavy body, syrupy, bit of caramel. So I think that resembles quite good the cappuccino taste. I decided to do a mix from both. I like to give the big body from the Indonesian beans, plus a small hint of the fruitiness from the Colombian beans. And those two together will give a nice blend. Really looking forward to see that in our porter, and I'm sure this will be a great beer.